Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, found this clip here in regards to Logan Paul and the Impulsive crew talking about cryptocurrency and how Logan Paul lost $500,000 in a crypto crash, which is, as we know it, the bear market right now. And I thought I'd just touch on this because there's some interesting points that's made here. And obviously this is getting out to a very big audience, an audience who may even just be thinking about getting into crypto and that kind of thing. And so when I actually listen to this clip, it's quite funny because there's points where I see that they have very good understanding of crypto, but then there's also points where I see that they don't have very good understanding of crypto as well. So it's a very mixed bag in regards to this. So I thought I'd actually do a video on this and just address the parts that I agree with and the parts that I don't agree with, just to give you guys an informed opinion in regards to this. Okay. So the very first thing that I see, just to let you know in regards to this, I'm not going to play the video for copyright purposes, but just to let you know, this is the crew of Logan Paul, Mike and George. All right, George is no longer there anymore. So just to let you know the characters that we're talking about who is involved in this clip. So it starts off and they're just talking about the bear market and whatnot. And Mike says basically crypto are like blackjack chips because George says it's not money. Basically, he didn't invest in crypto. So he's just saying he doesn't really think it's money. And, you know, Logan Paul said, oh, it used to be money. And then, you know, Mike expands and says, well, they're blackjack chips, right? Which basically indicates that you're kind of like gambling, right? Okay, so I'm just going to give some pushback right there from the get-go, right? Yes, crypto are blackjack chips, if that's the way you're treating the way you're investing, right? Like, and this is why I say with crypto, like you've got to actually treat it like a true investment, like you would invest into like a stock or like a property, right? You can't just treat crypto like, oh, this coin looks like it's doing well, everyone's talking about it, so let me just jump in, because you might be jumping into a Ponzi scheme, right? So everybody's singing its praises right now, but then further down the line, when it gets exposed that it's a Ponzi scheme, it falls short and the walls come crashing down, right? So you've got to do research when you're looking at cryptos, right? You've got to look at the cryptos that are actually serving some kind of purpose, that has some kind of utility, that's actually going to help better the world and change the world, right? So it's only a blackjack chip if you're treating it as such. Like if you're investing in, for example, like meme coins, yeah, that's basically gambling, right? Like you're not doing any kind of research, you're just investing into something because people are talking about it at the moment, it's the rage and it's just following a meme. Yes, that is blackjack chip gambling, right? That is just gambling because you're not doing no research, you're just going off of hype. So in that sense, yeah, of course, yes, that's gambling when you're looking at it from that perspective. But if you're looking at it from a true investing perspective and you're getting into the right cryptos, this isn't gambling because it's investing. You're investing into a company that you believe will have a future. You believe this cryptocurrency will have a future and it will have value because of the use case that it can provide, because of the utility it can provide, right? So again, just in regards to George saying it's not money, it is money, right? Let's not do that because that's very old school thinking of when it very first came out. So people used to say, oh, it's magic internet money. Like that just sounds like someone who just doesn't have a clue, which fair enough to George because George said he didn't invest in crypto. So I don't think he's someone who's really looked into this, but that's definitely got to go away because that kind of mentality is going to scare away potential people who could get invested in crypto. And it's all about just understanding what you're getting involved in. It is money. People have made real money out of this. Bitcoin has made people millionaires. There's plenty of other cryptos out there that have made people millionaires. And I believe there will be many more millionaires to be made from cryptocurrency. I truly do believe that. So it is real money. And that's why people have lost money, right? Like in the bear market and, for example, the FTX collapse, people have lost real money. So it is real money, right? Like it really is. Like this isn't something to be taken lightly at all. Okay, so then we get on to another thing that Mike was saying, which to a degree I understand what he's saying, but again I am going to give a little bit of pushback here. So Mike said, unlike real estate or bonds, like in stocks and stuff like that, crypto is not really backed by anything, right? It's more about what it can do in the future and that kind of thing. And I do get what he's saying there because there are a lot of cryptos out there where it's like, okay, well, this is what it's going to do in the future. This is what this crypto can do. So in the future, this is the value that it's going to bring. So I do understand what he's saying there. But then I'm just going to take it back to looking into the stock market, right? If you think about getting into like, let's say Tesla in the very early days, Well, Tesla didn't just rise up in value straight away, right? Like Tesla was a car company and it was like, okay, this is the kind of stuff we're going to do, but they had to show and prove, right? And then as it continued to evolve and innovate and it was delivering on its promises, it was doing the things that they said it was going to do, and people really took to the car, that started to show in the price of Tesla, and people made a lot of money out of investing in Tesla, right? That's the same thing with crypto, right? They're telling you this is what their company is aiming to do. And so if you believe in that technology that cryptocurrency can provide, and you believe that this company can pull it off, well, then you invest. Yeah, it's no different than investing in Microsoft in the early days, investing in Apple in the early days. It's the exact same thing. All these prices that you're seeing now with crypto, the stock market has gone through as well, right? Apple wasn't always at the price that it's currently at. Amazon, like if you go back to seeing a video, there's a video of the CEO of Amazon. Why can I not remember his name now? For the life of me, I can't remember his name, and he's so super famous. I can't remember his name, but there's an interview with him, and they showed you his office, and it was just literally like a little garage office where he's just put a sign up on a cardboard paper saying Amazon. Like, that's how it started out, right? Like, these things take time to really build into the big companies that they can become in the future. So when he's saying it's not really backed by anything, no, it's not necessarily backed by anything. Some cryptos are, but that's not the point. What you're trying to look at is the potential, because in these cryptocurrencies, there are going to be billion-dollar companies, right? There are going to be companies, like there already is a billion-dollar company in crypto, and that's Ripple. So this is what I'm saying, like, these things are just about investing and doing your research to look into which cryptos have potential, right? That's all this is. Another thing that Mike mentioned is, with crypto, the same thing that can make it is the same thing that can break it. I do agree again with this to a certain extent, but then this is the fundamental thing that I'm trying to make the point of here, and you'll hear the reoccurring theme in this video. It's all about investing in something that you believe has the longevity to be here long term. That's what it's all about, because, okay, we're in a bear market right now, right? So the whole market is down. This isn't just like one crypto that's down. The whole market is down. And this is the ebbs and flows of the market, right? Eventually we'll go into a bull market and things will be up again. Everything will be great, right? That's just the way this stuff goes, right? So when you're talking about the same thing that can make it can break it, that's pretty much going to be more like meme coins and stuff like that, and these companies that aren't so reputable and they're not going to be able to stay and have the longevity. Those companies won't make it. No, they won't, right? They won't survive. And that's where the same thing that can make it, the hype, can be the same thing that can break it, because it doesn't have any real world utility. But when you look at cryptocurrencies that have utility and actually have a purpose and can actually better the world, even though the value may go down temporarily, the value will also go up, and it will stay here for the long haul because it's providing some kind of purpose, right? So yes, you would technically look at it as breaking it because yes, the price has gone down, but it hasn't destroyed the cryptocurrency as a whole, right? Like when we look at FTX, because they were doing a scandal, well, that led to the whole thing collapsing, but that was because they was doing a scandal, right? Now with other companies, it'll be like, yeah, the price is down right now, but we're not going anywhere. Like, our crypto is good, everything's still working fine. Us as a company, we're continuing to adapt, we're making partnerships and stuff like that, we're continuing to move forward, and they will still be here. And those are the cryptos that in the long term will pay off in terms of price action, because they will still be here, right? Okay, and so this is the one thing that I really want to give Logan Paul props to, because this is when I knew overall Logan Paul does get this with crypto. He said, look, the thing is with crypto is if you believe in the tech and you then like zoom out from this to like a real macro level, you'll understand that this is actually nothing. This is just a bump in the road. And he's absolutely bang on with that. He's absolutely bang on. And that's the point of this whole thing with crypto. We're in a bear market right now, and it is scary. And don't get me wrong, not all cryptos will make it. So don't think when I'm saying this, I'm saying every single cryptocurrency out there will still be here in the end. No. And this is why I say you have to do your research to go into the right cryptocurrencies that you really believe in to see if they actually have the potential, right? But if you're doing your research and you're looking at the cryptos, you should see the ones that have that kind of longevity. But when you do look at this from like 5-10 years from now, you will look at where you are right now on that chart. It won't look like anything because the price will have continued to go up and stuff like that and gone down, and this will just be a little wave that happened on the chart, right? But overall, this is not going to be significant. It feels significant now because we're going through it. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to downplay this. And Logan Paul said the same thing. Like, obviously, there's people who've been really affected by this bear market. We've had the collapse of FTX. We've had the collapse of Terra Luna. Real people have lost real money. People have been really hurt by this market. So I'm not in any way, shape or form trying to downplay that at all. But what I'm saying is, for the people who are invested in the right coins, when you look at this in 5 years from now or 10 years from now, you'll look back at this specific time and it will just be a blip on the radar. It won't be a big thing, right? Because it will have lasted through and everything will be fine again. And you'll just see that this was just one of those down times in the market. That's it, right? And that's the main point that I have to say, which was good to hear Logan Paul say, because that let me know that he does get it overall, right? He then said, like, if you can remove your emotions out of this, like, you know, investing in crypto, you'll be fine. Because that's the thing. It's the FOMO buying and the panic selling. That's the problem, right? The general retail holder, they let their emotions dictate their trading actions, right? Like, if something's doing well, they jump in and buy. If something's doing bad, they immediately sell. If you can take your emotions out, and this is where, again, it comes down to, are you in the right cryptocurrency? Because I do want to make it clear, not every crypto will make it. Not everyone will, right? But if you're invested in the right crypto, when you look back again, and you don't get caught up in all the highs and the lows, and you just hold until you get to a price that you're happy with, you will see that you will be that much better off for doing that, because you're not letting the emotions dictate your actions. And that's true, but you have got to be in the right crypto, because yes, there will be some cryptos that don't survive. That will happen. So you have got to be in the right crypto as well. But this is why I always say it's good to do your research, right? And then just the last thing that Mike also pointed out, which was another good point, is that stocks are doing bad as well. And that's the thing, right? Because when people are talking about crypto, they just are, you know, I've had enough of crypto and stuff like that. Hey, the stock market isn't looking so great either, guys. Like, this is a bear market all around. Like, if you look at everything that's going on right now, we're in a cost of living crisis. We're looking like we're going into like a recession or that kind of stuff. Like, everything is in tatters, right? We've got wars going on. It's a mess out here right now. So everything's down in the dumps, right? This isn't just crypto. And so again, you've got to understand that just because crypto's new, it's not different to anything else. It's actually reacting the same as the stock market. So it's really no different. So all in all, I just wanted to say, guys, there are some good points that have been made here. There are some where it's a little bit misguided. There are some points that are a little bit off. But yeah, I think when it's all said and done, the main key point I'll say for this with crypto is just make sure you're invested into the right things. Do your research. And I'll say this, there's no guarantee what is going to be the right thing. I'm sure everybody who was invested in Terra Luna at the time thought it was the right thing, right? So there's never any guarantees. But if you do as much research as possible, there's no reason as to why you couldn't be invested in a cryptocurrency that could be the next big thing in the future. And my thing is, cryptocurrencies that are serving a purpose are the ones that are going to likely to have the longevity, because people will want to use it to better their lives, to make their lives easier, right? So that's the kind of thing that I look for. I look for utility, and those are the things that I think are going to have the longevity in the future. So that's just the way I look at it. Not everybody has to follow that idea. Everybody can have different reasonings for why they invest in whatever crypto or whatever they want to invest in, right? But that's just my opinion. So what do you guys think after hearing all this? Do you agree with the points that I've generally made here? Is there any cryptos that you have that you're invested in that you think are good choices to be looking into? Or do you not agree with me? Do you actually have some reason as to why you think I'm wrong? If you do, let me know. I'll be interested to hear, and I'm always up to have the debate. I'm an open book when it comes to these kind of things. So I definitely won't be ignorant and just ignore you. I'll definitely be willing to listen. So let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.